Well, what should today's video even be about? It's a nice day, you know, beautiful day outside today. What should today's video be about, Rudy? What do you think?
I don't think we need to talk any more digital marketing. What if you do, what do you invest in? How to invest?
How I invest, how to invest? I buy these.
How do I invest?
I buy these. Just buy this. If you're broke, just buy that. That's like the video that's like those real estate guys that are like, oh, if you're broke, just, you know, get 10 rental units. I'll make a video about how to invest. Get in. Get in. I'll teach you how to invest. Ah, nice. All right, guys. How to invest. Today's video is going to be all about how to invest based upon your earned income level, because that's what it's all about, right? You need to know where you should be putting your money, and more importantly, where you should actually be putting your time, because a lot of you guys think that the only investment is the money you invest. And just so you guys know, I'm somewhat qualified. I'll show you some of my bank accounts. If you're not qualified, you're not qualified. These are a couple accounts I have open with Chase. Mind you, I have multiple banks, so this is just a couple tiny little business accounts that I have. Boom, that's Weeble. We could pop open the Robinhood if you really want to. Got some crypto in here. Face ID so you know it's me. Boom, tiny account here. Got another account open with them. Got a little cash in there. I got other accounts open, but anyway, that's enough. You've seen enough. I just showed you probably 400 or 500 grand. Anyway, how to invest your money? Well, it all depends upon what your earned income level is, because how I invest is not how you should invest, and how Bill Gates invests is not how I should invest. Do you understand that there is levels to the game? Let me explain something to you. If you're watching this video and you are earning between $0 and $5,000 a month, there is only one asset that you should be buying. One, okay? It's not gold, it's not silver, it's not crypto, it's not real estate, it's not watches, it's not stocks, it's not any of that. You know what it is? You should be investing into your earned income capability. So let me explain. Right now, if you're making between $0 and $5,000 a month, you're not making enough money to actually start investing, especially if you live in America. I don't care what state you live in. I don't care if it's North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Delaware, Florida, Maryland, the list goes on and on. You're not making enough money to where you're gonna have large sums of money to invest where you can really move the needle with your investments, okay? So for example, if I was only making between $0 and $5,000, which 2 years ago, I was making that low level of money, you know what I invested into? I invested into my knowledge. And I know it sounds corny, and I know it's cliche, and I know it's probably not the advice that you guys want to hear, but as an absolute dead beginner, you're broke, you need to focus on making more money, okay? Because right now you don't have enough income to invest money into stocks and crypto. Because realistically, let's say you have basic expenses. Let's say you have a car. Let's say you have an apartment. Let's say you have payments for school. Whatever, you can add food, groceries, you could add all your expenses up. Are you really able to save $5,000 a month? Okay, even if you were, let's run these figures. Even if you're living at home and you're able to save all of the $5,000 per month that you're earning, is that really enough money to where you're gonna become a millionaire as fast as you actually want to? Do the math. 5,000 times 12 is 60,000, okay? Then you account for taxes on your 60K. What are you left with? Let's say you're left with 45 grand to play it safe. 45,000 times 10 is $450,000. That's if you're saving every fucking penny. Times another 10 puts you to 900 grand. You still don't have $1 million, and you would have worked 20 years straight saving every fucking penny. You see where the problem is, right? The problem is that nut of money. It's not enough. It's not a large enough sum of money to where your earned income is not high enough to save as much as you need to, okay? So the only thing you're gonna be buying between 0 and 5K is information on how to make more money. I don't care if it's a course. I don't care if it's a digital product where you're gonna get access to something. I don't care if you're paying into a community where you're getting access to people that make more money and you're investing into your network. I would rather you buy a more expensive suit at the point that you're making between 0 and 5K than I would have you start buying stocks and other shit, because you're at least investing into your image and into your own self-worth and how you see yourself to eventually become a high net worth individual. So like I said, the only thing that you need to focus on at 0 to 5K is how to start making 50K a month, okay? So investing into your own ability to make more money, that's all you should be buying. And until you're at a level where you can save and invest $20,000 or more dollars every single month, in my opinion, and this is just how I invest, you shouldn't be buying anything else, okay? So that's all you should be buying between 0 and 5K is education, information. Go get yourself into new rooms, better circles, bigger circles. Only invest into yourself. If you know nothing about sales, perfect example, buy a sales course. Learn how to get better at sales. You're investing into speed. You're expediting the time that it's going to take for you to get knowledge and how fast you can learn it. That's what you need between 0 and 5K. Now, the second position you could be in. Let's say you're in the position where you start making $10,000 a month. Now, the odds are you would have gotten there because you took my first bit of advice and you became the person that learned how to get enough skill and invested into your skill to go from 0 to 5K to that 10K mark. Because guess what? That's a life-changing amount of money. That's an extra $60,000 a year. You can buy a lot more things. You can invest a lot more. That is a better number to be at. So if you're making $10,000 a month, here's where I would continue investing into my ability to make more money because, again, your earned income, like I always say, is the thing that sets you free. But you can start investing small sums of money into the S&P 500. Now, if you don't know what the S&P 500 is, basically, it is a collection of 500 companies, 500 of the biggest companies in the US, and you're basically getting a fractional share of all of the companies. So Vanguard has a Vanguard S&P 500 that you can buy. And again, it's going to give you access to all 500 of these companies. And the benefit of buying the S&P 500 is you're going to hedge your risk, okay? So let's say, for example, Nike's on the S&P 500, McDonald's is up there, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. If you're buying solo stocks, if that solo stock goes bust, you lose all your money. And you're not going to be a seasoned enough investor to where you know how to read charts, you know how to actually analyze markets and pick which companies you want to buy at this point. So the S&P 500 is a nice, safe investment that's going to give you historically, let's say 10 to 12% a year on your money. So if you invest $100, ideally you get back 110 or 112. And if you leave the money in there and you let it compound, you're going to get the benefit of what we call compounding interest, where the money will sit in there and continue to grow. This is also, guys, an inflation hedge. The returns that you get on these companies are going to help fight and combat the inflation rate that we're dealing with right now, which is tremendous. The price of eggs are going up, the price of milk is going up, the price of gasoline is going up. You want to make sure that your money is not sitting stagnant, that it's not sitting cash, and that your money is out of the bank and it's in the market so that it's growing for you while you sleep. And guys, just so you know, historically, your money is actually safer in the S&P 500 than it is sitting in your bank account. Because at least in the S&P 500, it's in growing companies, companies that are actively focused on building bigger and better things and scaling. And the returns that you're gonna get from a bank are effectively nothing. I don't care if it's your bullshit high interest, 5% savings account, whatever the case may be, you're still barely competing with inflation. Whereas the S&P will give you enough margin to get a good return on your investment. Now, I still don't invest a lot of money into the S&P 500, but that's because I'm a little bit more advanced at my stage. But when I was making $10,000 a month, after I'd already invested $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month into my own personal knowledge, with a little bit of extra money I had, we'll say the extra $500 to $1,000 a month, I wanted to get myself used to investing, and that's why I started buying things like the S&P, because it made me comfortable with moving money out of the bank and into the market. And guys, just so you know, when you first start doing this, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. You're gonna be like, holy shit, this is not normal for me. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to investing money. And guys, that's absolutely normal. Anytime something is new, it's new and it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. So what you're gonna wanna do is you can set up a brokerage account. It can be Robinhood, it can be Webull. It doesn't matter where you set your account up. You're gonna integrate one of these accounts to your bank, and then you can buy the S&P 500 right through the app. So I would show you on my phone, but it's dead. But this is a very easy thing to do. You guys can figure this out for yourself. You download the app and start small. Put 500 bucks in there and get used to seeing what that money is doing. Start to learn about why your money's compounding in there. Start to learn about dividend yielding stocks. Start to learn about all that good stuff, because that's information that you're going to want. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, oh, Luke, why are you telling us to buy the S&P 500? Why not buy real estate? Why not buy rental properties? Guys, real estate is a rich man's game. Despite what people want to tell you online, real estate is also an advanced game. So if you're someone that's trying to build an online business, which is most of the market of people that watch my content, then real estate is going to be way too time intensive. What you need to consider when you make an investment as well is how active is the investment. Is this a passive investment or is this an active investment? Bitcoin is a passive investment. If I buy Bitcoin, I do effectively nothing and it goes up in value. If I buy the S&P 500 or Apple stock or anything that I buy from my phone, I have effectively zero time that I need to spend managing that investment. It is all passively managed. And it's also very easy to buy. The barrier to entry is literally nothing. Also, historically, just so you guys know, the stock market gives better returns than real estate does. So why wouldn't we be looking for the best possible ROI? So the next bracket is those of you that are making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Now guys, first and foremost, if you're in that bracket and you're watching this video, congratulations, because you're doing pretty fucking well. I don't know what you do. Maybe you have a marketing agency, maybe you have a high-paying job, maybe you work in e-commerce, doesn't matter. But good for you because you're earning like the top 1% of earners in the United States of America. And if you're in this earned income bracket, more than likely you have all of your expenses paid and you have plenty of extra money to start investing. Now, personally, what I started investing in when I was in this earned income bracket is a video like the video that you're watching right now. I started investing into a personal brand. Guys, people love to see inside people's lives. They love to see what's going on in someone's life, what it's like if you were to live in their day, if you had to walk in their shoes, etc., etc. And the amount of monetizable attention that you can generate on the internet is fucking tremendous. So I would dedicate some money to getting a videographer, go get some editors, and go start posting content multiple times a week, a couple times a month. Start building a brand of people that know about you, that get to know your face, because eventually if you want to launch a company, they're already going to know who you are. Guys, why do you think The Rock, who knows nothing about fucking tequila, is able to put his name on Terramana and build a business that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars overnight? Why is Conor McGregor able to take a company like Proper 12, even though he's no fucking whiskey connoisseur, and make it a company that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars overnight? Why is an endorsement from a celebrity worth millions of dollars? Why do politicians try to get celebrities to endorse them? Because attention is a currency that so many of you guys cannot understand. The ability to market yourself will allow you to monetize effectively fucking anything that you want. And if people don't know who you are going to lose out on opportunity just because people don't know who you are and you did not market enough. So at that point, if you're making $20,000 to $30,000 a month, start a personal brand. Show people inside your life. Show people what it's like to live in your shoes. And guess what? If you're not the kind of person that wants a brand, you don't want any kind of attention on yourself, then there's other things you can start to invest into. For me, at the 20 to 30K per month marker, I'd start to look into crypto. And the reason I would start to look into crypto is simply because you can afford to lose money. And that's the benefit of being in this earned income bracket. When you can afford to start losing money, you can start getting returns that the average person could never get. Because the person that's making $1,000 a week that buys Dogecoin needs to fucking shit themselves if that money doesn't pump and if they don't get a good return. Whereas the rich guy could fucking put the money in Doge, lose the money, but make another 20 to 30K the next month, so it doesn't fucking matter. And you can also afford to lose large sums of money if you know your cash flow is always going to be positive and you're always going to be making more money. And when you're able to move large amounts of money, you can make large amounts of money. So if you put 10 grand into Dogecoin, or if you put 10 grand into another asset class, the return that you're gonna get on that large sum of money is gonna be way better than what someone's gonna get on their measly small sum of money. So at 20 to 30K per month, I would keep investing into things like the S&P. I would still keep investing into my own personal knowledge, but then I would start looking into other asset classes like purchasing attention through building a personal brand, running paid ads online, and like I said, getting into a market that's a little bit more risky like crypto, because if you pick a good project and a good coin and you pull out at an effective time, you can get a 30x return, 50x return. Now granted, like I said, you can also lose the money, but at the point of making $20,000 to $30,000 a month, you are blessed because you can afford to lose some money at that point. So I would say at that point, yes, you can open up crypto, personal brand, and then keep investing into things that are relatively safe. Now, at $50,000 to $100,000 a month, which is $600,000 to over $1 million a year, you're gonna keep investing into all the same things, but this is when you can start to invest into your experiences so much more than the normal person. If you're making $50,000 a month after taxes because you own a business, you can spend $30,000 a month living the best quality of life that you possibly can. You can buy stupid shit like the Aston Martin that I'm in, or like the Lamborghini that this guy's in. That's dope, bro. I appreciate it, bro. What kind of Lambo is that? Sick, bro. I was gonna go to fucking. I'm gonna pick one up at JNS. You know where that is? JNS Auto. They have a dealership in Ewing, bro. They have a couple. They're not like that. This one's clean as fuck. Did you wrap it or did it come like that?
Nah, bro, it's a rental.
Bro, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. Hey, listen. At least he was honest. You guys heard that? He said it's a rental. Don't worry, mine's a rental too. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, if you're at the point that you're making $50,000 to $100,000 a month, you are now in the earned income bracket where you can start to really invest into your experiences a lot more than the average person. Guys, expensive dinners, networking events, have some fucking fun with the money. So many people, and again, this is not gonna be advice that's gonna come from a financial advisor who's gonna tell you, put it in a Roth, put it in a 401k. Listen, at the end of the day, you get one life. You gotta live it, okay? So here's how I look at it. If you have all your expenses paid and you have enough money where you're already investing into crypto, you're already buying stocks, you have a personal brand, you have a successful business at this point, you need to start living and enjoying everything that you just took years to build, because you're not gonna get to this point of making 50 to 100 grand overnight. It takes a long fucking time. So what I would say if you're at this point of making that level of earned income is you should start investing into your own experiences. Like I said, maybe come to a mall, buy yourself nicer shoes, get yourself a really nice suit. So I would say at that point that you're earning that high of a level of earned income, you need to start to enjoy the fruits of your labor and keep doing what you're doing at the point that you're at 20 to 30K, but now you can do it with a larger scale. You can afford to spend an extra $5 grand a month on nice dinners. You can afford to spend an extra $5 grand a month on nice dinners if you really want to, because it's not gonna affect your quality of life. At this point, you know what you should also do? You should also start giving back. You should start donating money, and you should start putting the money back into the universe that was giving enough to make you a fucking rich person. So on an average month, I generate between $160,000 to about $175,000 currently. So the other day, I saw a homeless person at Dunkin' Donuts. What did I do? I hopped out of my car, I got them a $200 gift card, I got them a dozen donuts, I got them bagels. And these are the things that you should be doing, because guess what? The same way the universe can give you something and the same way that God can give you something, he can take it away just as fast if you don't show appreciation for what you have. Because there's people that are suffering terribly right now, and you're watching a video about how you should invest your money based upon your income level. You're blessed just based on the fact that you get to watch this video. So, if you're making between $0 and $5,000 a month, which I believe is going to be the majority of the market of people that are watching this video, what I think you really need to be doing, and this is exactly what I did to get to where I'm at, is investing your money into your earned income capability, okay? Because guess what? When you're making $100 grand a month, you can buy an Aston Martin, you can buy a Rolls Royce, you can buy the stupid shit, and you can enjoy it. And this is part of my human experience that I like. I love having a nice car. It makes the human experience more enjoyable for me. So I don't just optimize my life around my bank account. I optimize my life around my bank account, but I also optimize my life around my own human experience. I want to make sure that I'm having good quality time with quality people. I probably went out to dinner this week 6 times. But I don't see that as a waste of money. I see that as an investment into my own experiences because it was a good time. I've gone to clubs. I've spent $6,000 in a night. I've gone to dinners and spent $2,000. It is what it is. That's money that I can always recoup because I know how to make the money. And the confidence that that will bring you is fucking tremendous. That's what I want you guys to understand. If you're at that point of 0 to 5K per month, you're operating in what I call scarcity. You're operating in a scarcity mindset when it comes to earned income. And that's because you have not learned how to generate a high level of earned income. But when you're making 50 grand a month, 30 grand a month, 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month, you start to operate in abundance. You don't fear losing money because you know you have good positive cash flow and the ability to generate more returns long term. And you know you're gonna get a new bag next month, so you're not worried about it. You're not worried about it. And guys, those are the principles that I follow. That's personally how I've been investing, and that's what's allowed me to scale to the level that I'm at. And guess what? Even after covering all the dumb expenses, like my cars and like dinners and clubs and all this shit, I still, no matter what month, save and invest a minimum of $50,000 a month. That's my minimum for myself, and I'll never go below that. I save and invest 50 grand a month into things like stocks and crypto. So after I pay for my personal brand, after I've paid for everyone in my company, all my salespeople, after I've paid for clothes and shoes and dinner, whatever it may be, I still have that nut. And I'm good, and I'm okay with that. So guys, like I said, I like to optimize around the human experience, but if you're in that scarcity mindset because your earned income levels are low, you're never gonna get to experience life at its fullest capacity because life costs money. We're not in the fucking caveman days where we can exchange services for services or goods for goods. We're not bartering anymore. We need money. That's the exchange between what you have and what other people have. So what I did when I was making between 0 and 5K per month is I started a social media marketing agency, and I used any of the money and any of the time that I had, and I allocated it into that resource. And the return on investment that I've gotten there has been absolutely tremendous. So like I said, invest into yourself, invest into your own brand, and invest into your ability to earn more income. That's gonna be the thing that sets you free. And then once you do that, you can start to afford the extra things in life, the assets like stocks, crypto, and then you can also invest into the dumb things like expensive dinners. So guys, I hope that helped. If you're not where you wanna be, I hope this video gave you guys some insight and at least somewhat of a loose guide as to how you should invest. And again, remember, I'm not a financial coach. I don't consider myself a guru. I'm also not a financial advisor. But you know what? I've done okay for myself at a young age. So I qualify myself on the fact that I was once broke and now I'm rich. So I hope that helps give you guys some clarity on how you should invest based upon your earned income level. I'll see you in the next video. Now go work.